Hello and welcome to this week's episode. I hope you are having a good holiday season so far. Whether you're in our New Money, New Problems audience or our Escape Student Loan Debt community, this is one of those days where the news that impacts one audience impacts the other. And as a result, we are releasing this episode on both platforms today. The reason that this is so important is because we know that in both camps, no matter which you fall, there are plenty of people or many who listen who are currently on forbearance for the Saving on a Valuable Education plan. If you've listened to our past episodes on student loans, we're not going to go through a full recap of how this forbearance came to be, but I would say that there are people out there who signed up for these plans with every intention of repaying their student loans, and when forbearance came to be, they said, I'm going to stay put until there's another option available because I can't afford the other ones that have been presented to me, or maybe I'm holding out hope that the SAVE plan will eventually be reinstituted. So there's definitely people who that was like the genesis or the main reason for their decision. There are also people we know and come across where they intentionally got onto the SAVE plan because of the forbearance, knowing that it was going to be a potentially long time where they wouldn't have to make payments. And this was also a better alternative than being stuck or remaining on a payment plan that they could not afford. And then lastly, there's a camp of people, a very small subset, but still important subset as it pertains to this episode and the timeliness of it. Whereas we've transitioned from the Biden administration to the Trump administration, the Education Department has been unclear as to the amount of credits that these people have towards forgiveness under income driven repayment plans. They haven't given them consistent updates. They've implied that they could potentially have credits that they've already been given rescinded. And as a result, these people who may have already crossed the threshold of being eligible for forgiveness, but for some reason it hasn't been processed, they have sat in the SAVE plan, the thought being, I'm going to stay here until I have more clarity, and then when I can get my payment or forgiveness credits verified, then I'll try to take steps to have it formally forgiven. But until I receive that clarity, I'm going to stand still in the SAVE plan. And really, while your action and the next steps that you take may change as a result of this news, depending on your reason or rationale for still being in SAVE, the news remains the same for all parties, and that is that a couple of weeks ago, the Education Department released a settlement in conjunction with the GOP-led states that initially challenged the SAVE plan that formally killed the plan. They said that they've agreed as a result of the litigation to formally remove the SAVE plan from the available options for income-driven repayment plans, and that they are going to phase it out. And while they did not give an official date, the implication or the expectation is that sometime over the next couple of months, SAVE will be officially finished.